Hey everyone, so Ripple just bought a company called Fortress. In this video, I'm going to go over what Fortress does and why I think Ripple has bought Fortress, how this integrates in with the recent purchase of Metaco, which is a crypto custody company, then what I think Ripple's plan is for all these acquisitions and all the partnerships they've made, how the partnerships play into what Ripple offer, and the areas that are left that Ripple hasn't moved into yet that they will need to if they want XRP to take over the world. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to give a list of companies I think they might acquire next. So let's go in chronological order. Ripple bought Metaco for about $250 million. So to start out this video, I'm going to give you a list of all of the things that I think Ripple need to be able to offer in order to integrate perfectly with the financial system. This is a massive list, so get ready. I think, and I've written them down, I think you need crypto custody, you need tokenization, you need asset management, you need integration with the banking system, you need a Web3 wallet, you need trust level services that are regulated, you need IRAs, you need e-payments, custody and liquidity, you need minting of assets, you need real-time cross-border payments, you need on-demand liquidity, you need that liquidity solution provided, you need decentralized financial tools, you need DeFi-related tools, you need remittances, you need AI analytics, you need insurance technology, you need digital identity verification, you need consumer-level financial services, you need quantum computing, you need regulatory and compliance solutions, and you need all of that to be green and sustainable. I think if you're a company and you can cover all of those bases, you're in position A1. Now, how easy do you think that is for a company to do? That's like overcoming the world. There's so much to do for Ripple, and these acquisitions, the partnerships that they make and the services that they offer and the amendments that are made to the XRP ledger, I think are slowly and surely filling out all of these areas. Let me dive into it. So with the acquisition of Metaco for $250 million, they cleared out the way. Custody of assets, so crypto custody. You've got the tokenization of assets as well. You've got digital asset management through Metaco, and you've got the integration with the banking system. In addition to that integration with the banking system, you've also got the standards like ISO 20022, how the payments messaging is all integrated. Metaco would also help on that side of things as well. But then with Fortress, what you've also got now is a Web3 wallet. You've got trust services, you've got IRAs, meaning people can actually have their retirement accounts through Fortress using Ripple's technology. You've got e-payments, you've also got the minting engine that Fortress have, meaning you can mint digital tokens of securities, and it's basically the whole tokenization side of things as well. Then Ripple obviously cover the real-time gross settlement of payments for instant international transactions. You've got the on-demand liquidity service that they offer. Then through the amendments, XLS 30D, 38D, all the amendments that happen on the XRP ledger, that covers all of the required amounts of DeFi tools on the XRP ledger. And Ripple, of course, has blockchain-based remittances built into their system as well. But then also within the partners list that Ripple has, there's a whole other range of areas that Ripple now can facilitate in the technology moving over from the old system to the new system. For example, their partnerships within the cross-border payment space with the likes of MoneyGram, Santander, Standard Chartered will help them facilitate those real-time payments. Then you've got all of the banking partnerships that have happened, you know, all the institutions that have partnered with Ripple. Then you've got digital asset trading, for example, like Bitstamp and Bittrex. They've all partnered with Ripple, especially when we're talking about the XRP token, either for the trading element of an exchange or the liquidity, the on-demand liquidity element. Then you've also got some of their partners working on e-commerce and online payments. Companies like dLocal have created a mobile payments app using Ripple's technology. Some of their partners are also working on financial infrastructure and then sustainable finance. You know, all of these partners fill out all of these gaps. So what you end up with is a list of about 5 or 6 elements that Ripple has yet to fill. And this is where we get into the speculation element. Because one thing that Ripple don't have, or at least in all their partnerships or acquisitions, they don't have anything that is AI driven for data analysis. Once you've got data analysis, that's like machine learning, AI side of things, you can really analyze transaction data and provide services on top of that. Then you also need insurance technology, because that would integrate blockchain and digital assets into the insurance world. You also need digital identity verification, meaning that you can verify the source of a piece of content, or you can verify someone's identity purely on the blockchain. They also need to move into more like consumer financial services like borrowing and lending. You also need to move into quantum computing, because that's where everything's going. They don't currently have that covered by their partners or their acquisitions. You also need regulatory and compliance solutions, which I know that Ripple have been working on basically themselves, been working with regulators and everything, but potentially purchasing a company that would make that more streamlined and more efficient could be on the cards. So looking at those lists of categories, let's get into some companies that Ripple potentially could acquire to fill these gaps in the big jigsaw puzzle that is being formed. So from the AI financial analytics side of things, two potential companies could be Palantir, which everyone's been talking about, and I actually haven't looked at the valuation of Palantir. Well, it looks like Palantir has a massive valuation. You could look at the likes of DataRobot, for example. They have like an enterprise solution for AI. But then you've also got the likes of Chainalysis, for example, who do lots of reporting on what's happening on the blockchain. This could be the type of company or the type of acquisition to bring Ripple into the realm of this AI-driven data analysis. And that's one area of the many areas that need to be filled by Ripple, in my opinion, in order to have their finger in every pie in the financial system. So then next up, you have insurance technology. And the two companies that kind of come to mind here based on some research was Lemonade and Oscar Health. And what Lemonade do is they actually use AI and behavioral economics to create their insurance policies and handle claims. Next, you've then got DIV, which is digital identity verification. And you've got two companies there. One is Okta and one's Auth0. So I know I kind of started this talking about how these are companies that Ripple would acquire. They seem to be overvalued based, if we go by Metaco, if they're looking at acquiring companies around the $250 million mark, and let's say Fortress, that's been undisclosed, but let's say it's around 250 million as well. Lots of these companies that I'm talking about are in the billions in their valuation. So it would make more sense for these companies to partner with Ripple to help them provide these different elements that they're missing. So the acquisition side of things is really, really difficult to see. I'm just trying to paint the bigger picture here. There are elements of this story that are yet to be filled, and whether they come as partnerships or acquisitions, we're obviously going to find out. But all of this obviously plays into the whole idea that Ripple are kind of trying to fill out all the gaps. All we know is that Ripple has a plan here. They're acquiring strategically to fill in gaps that they believe are most necessary to bring them to the next level. Their partners are also playing that role as well. And by my analysis, there aren't that many areas left. I think the two big areas that they need to fill are AI-driven analytics and digital identity verification. I think once they've got those two things, maybe even then quantum computing, but once they've got those 2 or 3 things, they're in position to start taking over. You know, if you look at that on a progress scale, we're like 85% of the way there. And so this video has actually been such a headache to make because I've got this massive image in my head of how Ripple is here, and then Fortress comes down and they offer these different things, and Metaco offers these different things, the partners offer these different things, and then trying to figure out where we're missing, like the elements that we're missing. It's been really difficult to put together, and I hope that it actually has made somewhat of logical sense here, because it was actually really hard to put this video together. It's very exciting though. Ripple's making all the right moves, and you know, could this be the lead up to an IPO? And as soon as you get more of these partners and these acquisitions, these all add to the valuation of Ripple. So who's next for them to acquire? I don't know. My guess would be in AI analytics, digital identity verification, or quantum computing. That would be my next guess. So maybe there's my prediction. When that happens, I have no idea. I would like to think these acquisitions happen before an IPO, which means this could come as news very shortly. They do seem to be announcing these acquisitions pretty quickly, one after another. It wasn't long ago when they acquired Metaco, and it's only a couple of months later now that they've acquired Fortress. So who's it going to be in a couple of months? You know my guess. I would love to hear your guess and what you think about this whole thing, and what you think about all the missing elements for Ripple. Is it even within Ripple's desire to fill those elements? Who knows? Who knows? But certainly it's all very exciting. If you haven't already, register for the 1% Mastermind. If you are of the mentality that these assets that we're in are going to take you to that next level, you're going to ride that wave of the new financial system coming in and benefit from that. If you believe that your portfolio is going to be significantly more valuable and you're not going to know what to do with that money, I'm building a place to allow you to have those conversations with the right people who understand what you've gone through. This isn't a typical like wealth management thing. This is me basically creating your team for you so that you have a wealth manager, you have an accountant, you have a lawyer, you're connected with venture capital, you're connected with real estate, wherever you are in the world. That's what I'm trying to put together. It's not released yet, but if you want to register for me to let you know when it is released, you can fill out the form, top link in the description. What a difficult video. Oh man, there's so much going on. It's just so hard to keep on top of it. Anyway, stay emotionless. I'll see you in the next one.